So at this point, we've worked on all the axes, right? What I mean by that is that we can spin upright, okay, on this axis, straight through. We can spin sideways, okay, just technically through this axis. If I were to make a pull through here, that's what we're rotating around, okay? And we have our front flip and back flip axis, which is well, now rotating through here, okay? That's me spinning over this imaginary bar through my hips. Okay? The off-axis skills, we've got into it. We have our Misty 5, which is incorporating a little bit of our twist into our side flip axis. Okay? So we've essentially started getting off-axis by doing that. Next is the famous Cork 7. Okay? A Cork 7 or Cork 720 is where we have a little bit of flip and a full 360 twist in it at least. Okay? So it's cumulative to be a 720. Okay? It can be done on several different axes, but for learning purposes, we want to try to do a little flip here. The way to learn it is to take our Misty 5 progression, okay? And we're gonna add to that again. So I'm standing backwards, so I know what's downhill to me, which is that way, with my same front, okay? Now I'm gonna add some spin to it. So like we did in the Misties, I'm gonna have a 90. I'm gonna go 90 into my Misty, okay? Or fall into my back. So it's all related. Because I'm jumping backwards, it's a backward rotating skill, but once I'm here, I can look out to the back and flip forwards. It'll feel forwards relative to my body, but relative to the trampoline where I took off, it's actually backwards. That's where things get a little confusing. As long as you can jump backwards and then roll into, you'll be fine. You notice already there, I added another 90 to it. So instead of being here, now I'm here, I'm doing a 180 into my Misty drop. Okay, so that's a good way to learn it for the first time. Again, the whole thing on that progression will look like a jump, look back, roll, and come up. Okay? We have quite a lot of a twist on takeoff. Once you can do that, try doing it into your Cork 7. Same as before, if you need to do a little bit at a time, we have our Misty 5, which is essentially this, right? And then I'm actually gonna add a bit of spin on takeoff, and then I'm gonna go 90 into my Misty 5. All right, starting to already look a little different for our Misty. Lastly, we wanna try to do a full 180 into our Misty 5. Okay, like I said, that's a great way to learn it, get used to taking off and then flipping into it. As you get more advanced with it, you can do different axes and set it where you never look behind you really, you just look in front, get right into it. That takes a bit of comfort.